Thank you very much, Greg. To a different part of Sylvia's family, her women's family. Last week, the Australian leadership team of the National Council of Women of Australia attended a meeting of the International Council of Women. Perhaps I should say CEF, out of deference to many. The General Assembly of the International Council was held in Jakarta, and when the news of Sylvia's passing had to be discussed, our women delegates abroad. The Victorian Executive were almost all in attendance in that Australian delegation and only returned on Friday morning to Australian shores. The current president of the Victorian section, Elizabeth Newman, sends her apologies for this morning's service but will attend the Minion this afternoon, but sent the following note as soon as she heard the news from Jakarta. Sylvia was a great woman who'll be greatly missed by many, including the members of NCWA Victoria. May she rest in peace. And that seems a suitable introduction for the tribute from our national women's peak body, Victoria section. And the speech that you're about to hear includes references provided by Janet Galley, OAM, who is the NCWA Vic archivist. And Janet, we thank you for that. To present that tribute, we welcome a former state president of NCWA Victoria and former National Council of Women of Australia board member, Sheila Byard, OAM, a great friend.
Sylvia Gelman began at National Council of Women as a delegate from the National Council of Jewish Women of Australia, Victoria, in 1981, and later was an active associate or individual member right up to the last 3 years. She joined the Victorian Executive in 1982, becoming Senior Vice President in 84-85 and then President 86 to 88. And during that time, she became also a member of the National Board, or Executive as it was called then, National Council of Women of Australia Board. At that time, the President was Nesia Makata of South Australia. And under Nesia Makata's leadership, the organisation began to adopt business principles, securing partnerships with Qantas and Telstra. And at this time, NCWA Australia leaders were playing, as they had before and continue to play, an active role with the International Council of Women, or CIF. And Sylvia was attentive, of course, to this work, and in 1998 was one of the Australian delegation to the Centenary Conference in Washington, DC. Her active role in Victoria included as an advisor, arts and letters as we call it, and there were significant publications. The years of her activity there, 1992 to 2002, are well described in Leonie Christopherson's entry about Sylvia for the online Australian Women's Register. It went up, I think, early in August of this year, just before the launch of the Sylvia Gelman Foundation. Perhaps Sylvia's most enduring gift to National Council of Women of Australia will be seen as her work with the History Committee for a decade, from 2003, including fundraising for the ultimate publication. In 2015, the book, published by Monash University Press, of the centenary history, 1896 to 2016, Respectable Radicals, was authored by Judith Smart and Marion Courtley, both of whom are here today. Like myself, I think anyone who was involved in that project would say that they were greatly influenced by Sylvia's wisdom and strength of character, her perseverance and her balanced views on every topic at hand. It was an honour and a great delight for a group of representatives of National Council of Women of Victoria, including myself, to have been included in the guest list for the launch of the Sylvia Gelman Foundation on the 28th of August. She spoke of her continuing vision for the women and girls of Australia, to which she has contributed so much already through her work in so many ways, but including National Council of Women. And I think none of us who attended will forget that night.